Students, today we are going to discuss about modern periodic table. Modern periodic table was made on the basis of atomic number of the elements. This modern periodic table was made by Sir Henry Moseley in 1913. On that time, according to your book, 118 elements were discovered. These 118 elements, he arranged by making some groups and periods. You see in page number 86, there is a modern periodic table. Some vertically lines are there and some horizontal lines are there. Vertically lines are called groups and horizontal lines are called periods. So he made these groups and these periods according to their increasing atomic numbers. So you look page number 86, modern periodic table. In first group, hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. Okay. Then in second group, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and iridium. Okay, just like so on. So you look, there are 18 groups. Okay, 18 groups. Then first, that means first group, you see in first period there are only 2 elements. In first period there are only 2 elements. In first period only hydrogen and helium. But in second period, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, chlorine and neon. Then in third period, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium and calcium. That means in second period, you see in first period only 2 elements and in second period also in second period there are 8 and in third period also there are 8 elements. Then you see there are total 118 elements, but these 118 elements, some are metals, some are non-metals and some of them are exhibits both properties, metal as well as non-metal properties. So the elements which exhibits both properties, metal as well as non-metal, they are known as metalloids. You see in your table, in your book, the pink color, the boxes which have colored in pink, they are actually metalloids because they exhibit both metal properties as well as non-metal properties. Then what are they? Look, pink colors: boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, tellurium and polonium. According to your book I am telling. So look there: boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, tellurium and polonium. So these are metalloids because these elements exhibits metal properties as well as non-metal properties. So if you going to consider metalloids, the left hand side of the metalloids, all the elements you can say as metals, and right hand side from the metals, from the metalloids, they are non-metals. Understood? So elements are present in the left hand side from the metalloids, they are metals, and the elements in the right hand side from the metalloids, they are non-metals. You see, in first period there are only two elements. First one is hydrogen and second one is helium. You see, the atomic number of hydrogen is 1, but the atomic number of lithium is 2. You see, 1 plus 1, 2. That means 1 electron is more in helium than the hydrogen. Again, you go to the second period. First one is what? Lithium. Second one is beryllium. Third one is boron. Fourth one is carbon. You look. Lithium in the second period, lithium is the first element, the second is beryllium, 3 plus 1, 4, the next one is boron, 4 plus 1, 5. That means what you have understood, that means see, when you go from left to right along a period, then atomic number is increasing by 1 unit. Understood? If you go in periods from left to right, that means in horizontally, if you go, then you will see that the atomic number is increasing by 1 unit. Understood? Again, you go to the groups. In first group, look, hydrogen 1, lithium has 3, sodium has 11, potassium is 19. Then something is different there. You look something. You see, hydrogen has how many cells? Hydrogen has 1 cell, because in first cell maximum 2 electron, but hydrogen has only 1 electron. That's why that means he will be satisfied only in first group only. But lithium, look, lithium element, that means atomic number of lithium has 3. That means to put these 3 electrons, we need 2 cells. We need 2 cells, because in first cell maximum 2 electron. You cannot put these 3 electrons in a single cell, because in maximum in the first cell maximum 2 electrons can. If you put 2 electrons in first cell, then 1 electron is remain. Okay, for that remaining electrons you have to make another cell. That means lithium has 2 cells. You see, hydrogen has 1 cell, lithium has 2 cells. Then go to the sodium. Then sodium has 11 atomic number. That means this electron, that means there are 11 electrons. That means in first cell you have to put 2 electrons. In second cell maximum 8. That you put 8 there. Then fourth, then you have, but one is still remain. That's why for that 1 it has to make another 1 cell. That means hydrogen has 1 cell, lithium has 2 cells, sodium has 3 cells. Then if you are going to arrange for potassium, then you will get that what? There are 4 cells. That means what you have observed, that if you go down in a group, that means you are looking that there is a increasing of one cell. Okay, the cell is increasing by 1 unit if we go down in a group. And similarly, you look the second group, beryllium, magnesium and calcium. Beryllium has 4 electrons. That means beryllium in first cell 2 electrons, then 2 electrons remain for second cell. That means beryllium has 2 cells. Magnesium, next magnesium, look, first cell 2 electrons, then in second cell 8 electrons, then 2 electrons still remain. That for 2 electrons it will arrange in another cell. Then similarly calcium, first cell 2, second cell 8, in third cell also 8, then 2 plus 8, 10, 10 plus 8, 18. That means there are still 2 electrons remain. That means for that 2 electrons it has to make another cell. That means calcium has 4 cells. That means what you have observed. That means if we go in a group, cell is increasing by 1 unit. Understood? Then you see another one is, you look the hydrogen. First group you look, hydrogen has atomic number 1. Lithium has atomic number 3. Sodium 11, potassium 19. You look, if you are going to arrange this electron, that means all elements contain only 1 electron to their valence electron. Means valence electron means that the electrons are present in outermost cell. So you look in outermost cell, that means in valence cells only 1 electron you will get. Okay, so that means the group, in a group, all elements have same number of valence electrons. Understood? In a group it contains same number of valence electron by all. Then in second group look, beryllium, how many valence electron? Definitely 2. Magnesium, how many? 2. Then similarly calcium, there is also 2 because 2, 8, 8, 2. Okay, so that means in second group you will get there. That means the valence electron in second group is how much? 2. Valence electron, every element of the second group contain 2 valence electron. Then you go to the group 13, you look, boron has 3 valence electron, aluminum has also 3 valence electron. Okay, that means all the elements of group 13 has 3 valence electrons. Then similarly group 14 has 4. Okay, then group 15 has 5. Understood? So these are the what? That means you have understood that the elements are arranged in a periodic table according to their increasing atomic number. So in every group they contain same number of valence electron. Understood? So next you look, suppose how you will find the position of an electron in a periodic table. So to find the position of a periodic table, you must know the atomic number. You see, lithium. Lithium has two cells, but one valence electron. Valence electron is 1. Okay, lithium has two cells. That means these two cells. That's why this number of cells you can consider as number of periods. And number of valence electron, according to the valence electron, you can put, okay, you can select their group number. So look, lithium has valence electron 1. That's why lithium you will get in first group in second period. Why? Because lithium has only two cells, 2 electrons. That means 2 cells. That's why 2 cells, number of cells can consider as number of periods. Again look, beryllium. Beryllium has atomic number 4. That means he has 2 cells. That's why beryllium you will get in second group. 2 cells, that means you will get in second period. Okay, second period. And also they have beryllium has 2 valence electron. That's why beryllium you will get in second group. Okay, but you see, if valence electron more than 2, okay, if an element has valence electron more than 2, if 1, then it is first group. If valence electron is 1, then you will get in first group. If valence electron is 2, then you will get in second group. If valence electron is more than 2, then you have to add 10 with the valence electron. Understood? If you are getting valence electron more than 2, then you have to add 10. Okay, 10. Look, boron atomic number 5. Boron has atomic number 5. Then boron has 2 cells. If 2 cells, then you will get boron in second period. But what are the valence electron? Valence electron is 3. It is more than 2. Okay, that means 3 is greater than 2. That's why you have to add 10. Why you have to add 10? Look, you have to across to get boron. You have to across 10 number of groups. Okay, 10 numbers of group. That's why you have to add 10. Then again look, carbon. Carbon has atomic number 6. Then to arrange these 6 electrons, you have to make 2 cells. That means in third cell 2 electrons, then for second cell 4 electrons. That's why you have to add 10 with the valence electron. That means carbon has 4 valence electron. That's why you have to add 10. That means group number is 14. Then similarly, oxygen, look, oxygen has atomic number 8. Oxygen has 2 cells. That's why in second period. But oxygen has valence electron 6. That's why you have to add 10. Then 6 plus 10, 16. Then I told you that if valence electron more than 2, to find number of groups of an element, you have to add 10. Understood? So similarly, look, you silicon, aluminium, look, 283. that means there are 3 cells. Aluminum has 3 cells. If 3 cells, then that means aluminum position in third periods. Cells equal to periods you have to consider. Number of cells, that means you have to consider number of periods. There are 3 cells, that's why third period. But aluminum has valence electron 3. That's why you have to add 10. That means you will get in 13 group. Similarly, silicon, look, 2, 8, 4. Okay, that means first cell 2, second cell 8, third cell 4. That means silicon has 3 cells. Okay, that's why silicon you will get. That means the presence of silicon in modern periodic table, third period and 14 group. 14 group. Why you have said 14 group? Because valence electron is 4. That's why you have to add 10. Understood? Then suppose you look sulfur, then 2, 8, 6. Okay, the electronic configuration, the arrangements of the electrons. How do you arrange? First cell 2, second cell 8, third cell 6. So 3 cells, that's why third period. But valence electron is 6, that's why you have to add 10. Then 6 plus 10, 16. Understood? Similarly, fluorine, look, fluorine, how many cells? 2, 7, that means 2 cells. That's why second period. But valence electron is 7, that's why 7 plus 10, 17. That means 17 group. Understood? Then like this, you suppose then you have then to find the position of an element, you must know the valence atomic numbers. Okay, because from the atomic number you can consider number of cells and number of groups. Okay, number of cells equal to, you can consider number of periods. Okay, and number of valence electron, from the valence electron you can select group number. If valence electron is 1, then first group. If valence electron is 2, then second group. Okay, but if valence electron is 3 more than 2, then you have to add 10. That means 3 plus 10, 13. If valence electron is 4, then 14 group. Understood? But this rule is applicable up to calcium only. Okay, but after calcium, other elements, these rules cannot follow. Understood? So up to calcium you can find, up to atomic number 20, you can find the number of periods. That means at which periods an element and at which group an element is situated. Up to calcium you can select from their number of cells and from the valence electron. Understood? So again you look, when valence electron is increases, if you go down in a group, that means what is increasing? Number of cell is increasing. If number of cell is increasing, that means radius is also increasing. Okay, radius is increasing. So in a group, the atomic size increases when you go down the group. Okay, when you go down in the group, atomic size is increases. But why atomic size is increases? Because new cells are being added. New cells by 1 unit is added if you go down in the group. So increases the distance between the outermost electrons, then the, the, the distance is increasing of the valence electron from the nucleus. Okay, if distance is increasing of the valence electron from the nucleus, the atomic size increases. Atomic size increases in spite of the increase in nuclear charge. But if you go in period from left to right, atomic radius decreases. Okay, atomic radius is decreases in moving from left to right along a period, because an increase in nuclear charge which tends to pull the electron closer to the nucleus. Okay, what if you go in left to right in a period, atomic radius decreases. But why it decreases? Due to an increase in nuclear charge which tends to pull the electrons closer to the nucleus. That's why atomic radius is decreases. Then what you have understood, if you go in left to right in a period, atomic radius is decreases. But if you go in a down in group, then atomic radius is increasing. Okay, then again you look, you see metals are electropositive but non-metals are electronegative. So if you go from left to right, then after traveling some distance, then you will get metalloid. Metalloid means metalloid exhibits metallic properties as well as non-metal properties. That means what you have understood, if you go in periods, that means metallic property is gradually decreasing. Metallic property is gradually decreasing. So in metallic property is decreasing if you go towards right side from the left, because outermost electron are harder